Morning guys, today I'm going to try and run the fastest 10k of my life. I'm here at the Mansfield 10k 2024 and I'm going to give it my best shot, come rain or shine. It looks like it's going to rain. Let's see how we get on. Here we go then. One of those lovely slow starts in a crowded lineup of people. I was somewhere behind the 50-minute pacer and ahead of the 40. They didn't have a 45, so just had to try and guess where to go. And I knew my pace was going to be slow at the start, hopefully building up faster towards the end, because I was using the Pace Pro again on my Garmin to try and ease me into the race and pick up as it went on. So just a bit of a run along the main shopping street in Mansfield to begin with. As you can see, it was a bit of a wet day. It was raining a bit at this point, but not too much, although the ground was wet. Just trying to get the hang of keeping to the pace that my watch is telling me. I think the first kilometre I was meant to be doing a 4:43, so 10 seconds slower than the 4:33 that would get me my goal time of 45 minutes and 30 seconds. Caught up with Mr. Grumpy here. That gave me a bit of a laugh at the time, following Mr. Grumpy for a bit of a while. Back here in the marketplace in Mansfield. There's a water station which I didn't need. I had a bottle of water in my short pocket. I think that guy in the yellow featured quite prominently in the race. He seemed to be always just a bit ahead of me. As a strong runner, and yeah, he was always a target for me throughout most of the race. Coming towards the end of the first kilometre now. Been checking my watch a lot, trying to make sure I'm on track with what my Pace Pro plan says I should be doing at each point. So 2 seconds under target for the first kilometre, which is great. I'm usually aiming to go a tiny bit faster than target rather than falling behind and then having to catch up later. So a good start, but 9 kilometres to go. As you can see, the roads were closed for the event. You had to let them know if you were planning on taking over 90 minutes to finish the race, so they could make arrangements for you to be able to finish when the roads were reopened. But thankfully that didn't apply to me on this occasion. Very undulating course. Over 100 meters of elevation gain over the 2 loops. It was a 5k loop that you had ran twice over the course of the race, and yeah, it was just gentle ups and gentle downs in most places. Some of the hills were quite long, and then there was just 1 or 2 little short sharp bits as well along the way. That guy pipping his horn in the cars going the other way. I'm pretty sure I waved to him, don't ask me why. No idea why he would have been pipping at me, but you know, had to wave just in case. That young lad in the green top there, he started off kind of keeping at the same kind of pace as me, but later on he had the legs and picked it up, and I don't think I saw him again. here we are at 2k then. Again, 1 second under target, so yeah, keeping in line with what my pacing plan says to do. Constantly checking my watch. Don't have any real method as how I manage to keep on pace using the Pace Pro. It gives me a target for the kilometre I'm in, and then it'll tell me if I'm going too fast or too slow, and I just go a bit slower or a bit faster accordingly, and somehow it manages to come out, you know, within a second or two of target most of the time. There's the lad in green again. He doesn't let me stay ahead for long. And then further ahead you can see the chap in the yellow Strider's top. Again, just always in front of me. A few people dotted around the course giving us encouragement, mainly the marshals. Some of them would shout well done as we went past. I didn't have to think too much about the route because there were always people in front of me that I could just follow, but there were arrows and marshals at appropriate points, cones, to help guide you to the right place. So if I do decide to go for the win one year, then at least I'll be able to see where I'm going. Right on target for kilometre 3, 4:38 exactly, so don't ask me how I did that. More luck than judgment, I'm sure. The pace is up and down, but yeah, just adjusting up or down according to what the watch says seems to average out at the right pace. This lady in the bright blue top, she was a very strong runner. Yeah, she was hard to keep up with, and you could see she was going for a good time. Doesn't look like it's raining too much at the moment, which is nice, the calm before the storm. Most of my races tend to follow this same kind of pattern where I'll catch up with a group that have been going a little bit faster than me up to now, and I'll kind of stick behind them for a short period of time until I feel like I've got the energy to move past them, and then gradually going past more people as the race goes on. Kilometre 4, that seems to be a good one. 4:36 target, 4:28 actual, so I made up 8 seconds on there. So my watch was telling me how much overall I was ahead of my goal, and it got to about 10 or 11 seconds, maybe a bit more at points, but I felt that was a nice little cushion because I knew things were going to get harder as the race went on and my goal pace was going to get faster. Seem to be stuck with this group at the moment. Went past a couple of them there, but again the lad in green is doing really well. When I go past him, he just doesn't he doesn't have it. He won't accept me being ahead of him. There he is again. Coming up to the end of the 5th kilometre now. Should be getting back to the marketplace where we started off at some point around halfway, given that it's 2 5k laps. There we go, target 4:34, so again I was a second under on that one. Feeling reasonable, though you can hear me breathing at this point. Looking at it now, some encouragement for someone called Mark, so I took that. Fairly sure it was aimed at the guy in front of me. Here we go, dropping back to the marketplace. Not sure if it was the guy in green's dad who shouted some encouragement when we got amongst the crowds here, told him to push on, so he did. Jeez, it's giving me flashbacks now. I can hear the breathing. I know how tired my legs were starting to get as we approached kilometre 6. 5 seconds under target, so still going really well. Still got a bit of a cushion to make sure I can hit my goal. More gentle uphills. See another group here that I seem to be gaining on, so I'll probably try and go past those. You hear that? There's quite a few people who, when you go past them, they make some kind of noise, like a disappointed gasp. It happens quite a few times in any race I enter, and I've just noticed it. I don't know if it's a subconscious thing for some people, where they just kind of let out their disappointment at being passed without really thinking about it. Makes me chuckle though. It's gonna be over, she says. Thank goodness for that. As we approach the end of kilometre 7, I'm thinking, wow, 3 kilometres of this still to go. Look at the rain now. This is getting serious. The puddles are getting deeper. 2 seconds under target for kilometre 7. Still 3k to go. Starting to really feel it now. Chap there saying good luck to all the runners. Look at the rain, it's really heavy. Absolutely soaked now, as if I wasn't already. Desperately trying to see what my watch is trying to tell me. Look at that puddle, oh my word. I'll just run through a lake. Chap in front of me with some nice bright yellow soled A6 shoes on, I think there. As we approach the end of kilometre 8, you can see the little green marker on the right hand side that says 8 kilometres. Didn't notice them all as I was actually running. Just let my watch tell me when I'd done a kilometre. Slightly over target on that one, starting to fade a bit. 1 second over the target time there, so 2 kilometres to go. Really starting to feel tired now. The legs don't want to go at the pace my watch is telling them to do. Half wishing that I had to stop for these red traffic lights. Now we drop downhill. I like to take advantage of gravity when there's a bit of a downhill. A lot of people just seem to stick to the same pace, but it seems to be a chance to move up the field a bit, so always try and take that if I'm feeling like I can. Kilometre 9 done, again over target, 3 seconds over this time, so my targets are getting faster and I'm not. So the Pace Pro strategy, I had it starting at 4:43, finishing at 4:23 per kilometre and just speeding up by 2 or 3 seconds each kilometre. So I'm I'm just gradually improving the speed as the race goes on. And that was the idea anyway. Guy in grey there, he's a strong runner, trying to go past him, but he just looks like he's jogging in the park. It seems like no effort for him. Got the guys in the green and red here. They were strong as well. I wasn't sure I'd be able to get past those in this final kilometre. Weaving all over. There's a few little bollards and trees and various obstacles to negotiate. You can hear my breathing now. And look at this steep hill. It's just short and sharp. I felt like I'd stopped at this point. Getting close to the end, but I can't tell how close from here. I haven't managed to memorise the route after the first lap. I've gone past the guy in green. I'm now aiming for the guy in red. The guy in the grey there just jogging past me. Some great encouragement there. Now we're on the high street. I'm starting to think we must be close to the end now. I'm looking for the finish. I don't know where it is. Giving it some. I think I can see a sign that says finish on it, so decided to put my foot down, give it everything I've got left. And here we go. So great to see the finish line.
Thank you.
And that final kilometre was a good one.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was saying, sorry, I didn't realise.
Thought she was giving out something different, so I held my hand out and got 2 cookies.
Wow, that was hard. You always know the race is going to be hard, but at the beginning you think, oh, it's not so bad. I think I might have done it, guys. According to my watch, I got a 45.25, beating my 45.30 target by 5 seconds. I'll put the official time up on the screen. Thanks for following along. If you do want to subscribe to my channel, it is free. Just press the button and watch the subscriber count go up by 1. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.